Good morning. Welcome into the Lifeline Morning Show. I'm Steven. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. You know, I love getting your day started off on the right foot. And to help with that, I use an inspiring quote. And I think this one's really going to hit a little different this morning. See what you think. From Ellen Glasgow, who said, "What happens is not as important as how you react to what happens." Oh, wow, that one's deep, isn't it? Because let's face it, things happen all the time in our lives, but it's how we react, how we respond to that really matters, because that's what you have control of. You know, as I was thinking about this particular quote, it reminded me of a scripture. Yeah, Paul reminds us in Philippians 4, verses 6 and 7, he says, "Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus." Wow. So as we do that, as we take Paul's suggestion there, what are we doing? We are galvanizing ourselves. We are putting that extra layer of protection on. Because, hey, in this world, there's plenty of stuff that's going to rub us the wrong way. There's plenty of friction out there. But as we are galvanized by that, by praying, by coming to God with thanksgiving, by bringing everything to Him in prayer, we have an extra layer of protection that other people simply don't have. And that's why when we go through a terrible circumstance, we can still have joy. We can still even sometimes have a smile on our face because we know who's in control and that He is going to make it all right. So, I want you to remember that today. You've got a Heavenly Father who's in your corner every single moment of the day. He's walking with you. He's inside you. He is going ahead of you. He is behind you. He is to the side of you. That should pep you up today, knowing that you are never alone. So remember that, all right? Now go make this the best day ever. And keep it locked in right here to 88.5 JFM. Got a lot of fun stuff to talk about this morning. I hope you'll stick around. Don't get me wrong, technology is good and all, but the way that we pay for stuff has really changed over the past few years. I don't even know how to use my own debit card anymore. Tap it, swipe it, bop it, twist it. So many options. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Your word of life today comes to you from 1 John chapter 4, verse 19 in the New Living Translation of the Bible. We love each other because He loved us first. That's good, isn't it? Yeah, you know, how do you show love to the people in your life? I found out early on, through actually a DC Talk song, that love is a verb. So how are you showing it to the people in your life today? Well, improve that serve. Improve the way that you do that today. Little by little, tweak it just a little bit. See what kind of extra you can do today and brighten somebody's day up. And while you're at it, go ahead and share that word of life with somebody. We've got it ready for you across all of our socials, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok, and it's always at the top of our website, 885jfm.com. Also at the top of our website are some event banners. Yeah, that Matt Maher concert that you just heard about, well, it's happening this Thursday night. Woo, that's only 2 nights away. And guess what? I've got a pair of VIP passes to give away later this morning, so be listening for your cue to call for that, okay? All right. Plus, we've got another couple concerts coming up. Click those banners for more info. And we've got that On Now button. Click that. You can listen to us from wherever you happen to be, like they're doing right outside of Jacksonville, Florida this morning. Thanks for hanging out. To get better, you need somebody outside of your box. You need a coach. Coaches do a great job of helping us improve, especially where we're weak at. They help us to see what we need to do to make that stronger. And with that in mind, I came across this lady over on the socials, Coach J. Rose, and she's got a little advice for all of us today. Yeah, see what you think about this. I think it's just what we need to step it up today. Here it is.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. No matter where the advantages are, you will always be tested in an area that you can't fix by yourself. We can't do this thing alone. We cannot. We need other people. We need help. We need help from Him. We need help from others. We cannot do this by ourselves, no matter how hard we try. Never forget that. Happy Tuesday.
We need those connections in our lives. We need to network. We need to meet other people, other believers who are on this journey with us that we can bounce ideas off of, that we can grow with. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, how do you make those connections? Well, you make them in all kinds of ways, whether it's just from a compliment you give to somebody that you see every day at your workplace, and then it becomes more of a conversation, and then it becomes a friendship, and y'all just email back and forth, or you talk every now and then before you know it, you become fast friends. And that's just one way you can do that. Maybe you are a mom, and you're part of a mom group on a Facebook group. And you just pick one or two of those moms to meet up with, go have coffee with, and start developing a friendship with. Those are connections that we need. And I'm so glad I get to make connections here on the radio. Let me tell you about one connection I made a while back, and I'm so glad that I did. Joel Modis, who started listening to us all the way up in Huntsville. Well, now he listens to us from all the way down in Palm Coast, Florida, and he takes us with him wherever he goes. And I'm so glad that he does. He texted me this morning in Quincy, Florida this morning, hung out yesterday at Morrison Springs, just north of Panama City. Today we're floating the Ichetuckney River by Gainesville, then heading home to Palm Coast tonight. We get to see our dogs again. Well, you know what, Joel? I hope y'all have an amazing time. I have floated the Ichetuckney before, too. It is a blast, and I know your pups are going to be very happy to see you. So y'all enjoy yourselves, okay? All right, more great music headed your way. We are messengers, and God, you are. Right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. I saw a picture on the wall yesterday that really got my attention. It was so colorful. It said, "Even broken crayons color." Yep, that's right. The broken crayons still work. You know, there's a lot of stuff to say about being broken. I mean, tacos break and we still love them, right? Maybe you feel broken today. Don't worry. You're going to be able to do this thing. You just keep your head held high and let's keep moving forward. You are going to crush it today. Yeah, well, I'll give you a little more inspiration from a taco coming up later on the show. I think you're going to love it, so stick around, okay? Well, my little girl, she loves these little songs, and one of these little songs gets stuck in my head from time to time, and it goes a little something like this. It's raining tacos from out of the sky, tacos, no need to ask why. I love it. Have you ever heard it before? Well, I'll give you a little taste of the taco song and give you a little inspiration that deals with tacos as well, right after United and Oceans, Where Feet May Fail, right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. And we've got a car line competition I'm getting ready for coming up at the top of the hour. Are you going to win some gift cards? I sure hope so. We'll find out soon.
It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos.
It's Taco Tuesday, and you know what? That means one thing. It's time to spice up your week. Tacos with their flavorful ingredients and endless possibilities symbolize the excitement and variety life has to offer. As you indulge in these tasty treats today, remember that life, like a taco, can be customized to your liking. Taco Tuesday isn't just about the food. It's about embracing a mindset of creativity and adventure. Just as you choose your toppings, choose to add a dash of enthusiasm to your day. Use this opportunity to savor new experiences. Challenge yourself and set bold goals. Let Taco Tuesday be a reminder that you have the power to create a life as delicious and satisfying as your favorite taco. Seek out the spicy moments. Relish in the cheesy ones and savor the sweetness of success. Today, let your appetite for life be insatiable and your zest for adventure be unstoppable. So, my fellow taco enthusiasts, seize this Tuesday with gusto. Embrace the flavors of life and remember that the only limits are the ones you set for yourself. Make every Tuesday your own Taco Tuesday and watch as your week becomes a fiesta of achievements and fulfillment. Who knew you could get so much inspiration from a taco? But there you go. Now go make it the best day ever. Thanks for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Say it with me in 3, 2, 1. Give me the horn! All right, we got the horn. Now what do we got to do? Crank that engine And then I get to start the music so I can say, hey everybody, it's time to play the Carline competition. It's your chance to win some gift cards this morning. And this first question is loaded because Bud Williams, well, he won the last question yesterday, but he rolled his gift cards over. So that means 6 gift cards. We got them to Wendy's, we got them to Albertville Home Bakery, and we got them to the Caring Heart Thrift Store in Arab. So let's do the thing. I've got a question right here for you. If you know it, you gotta give me a call. Where on the human body is the calcaneus bone? Is it the hip, the wrist, the knee, or the heel? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. Where on the human body is the calcaneus bone? Is it the hip, the wrist, the knee, or the heel? 256-505-0885 is a number to call. If you know it, call me up. If you don't, I'm your phone a friend. 256-505-0885 is the number to call. Waiting on your call right now. In the meantime, Rachel Lampa and somebody to you right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Hey, who am I talking to?
It's Richard, Eddie.
Hey, Richard, what's up, man?
Do fine.
I've got a question here that could land you 6 gift cards, sir. And it has to do with the bone of the body. It's called the calcaneus bone. Is it in the hip, the wrist, the knee, or the heel?
I'm going to take a crack at it. I'm going to say the heel.
Well, your crack just came out right. Congratulations, sir. You just won 6 gift cards, man. What do you think about that?
I like it, but I'm going to pass them on.
Oh, man, we can do that. We got a little train rolling
Train
through.
to go.
Yes,
Yep.
sir. All right, man. Hey, tell me about somebody in your life that really means a lot to you, Richard.
Well, my wife and my kids.
Oh, awesome. Tell me something special about that wife of yours.
She's always there for me, helps me out.
Yeah, very cool. And how about those little children of yours, man?
Oh, they're a handful, but I love them. That's the oldest one. He likes to get into everything.
Yeah, I got you. Well, man, thanks for sharing the love, and we'll roll these gift cards over. Have a great day, okay?
All right, you too, sir.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. We got that train rolling through. Those 6 gift cards just became 9 gift cards. Do you have what it takes to win? Well, let's find out. I got a question right here just for you. According to Mary Poppins, a spoonful of sugar makes the what go down? The A, castor oil, the B, bitter pill, the C, coffee, or the D, medicine? 256-505-0885. Again, according to Mary Poppins, a spoonful of sugar makes the what go down? Castor oil, bitter pill, coffee, or medicine? There's my caller. Stay on the phone line with me while I start this next song and I'll get your answer. Here's Ordinary by Hannah Kerr, right here on the Lifeline Morning Show.
I have looked for you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you feeling lucky?
I think so.
Now, you've probably seen Mary Poppins, right?
Yes, sir.
So there's this one song in there that just gets stuck in your head and won't leave, and it's all about a spoonful of sugar helps what go down? The castor oil, the bitter pill, the coffee, or the medicine?
The medicine.
The medicine is correct! Congratulations to you! You just won 9 gift cards. What do you think about that?
That's awesome. The kids are going to love it.
Very cool. Hey, tell me about a couple people in your life that really mean a lot to you.
My husband, my sister, and my friend Stacy.
Oh, tell me something special about that hubby.
He's just a hard worker. He takes in and kids that are ours and just helps raise them, and just whatever wild idea I get, he supports me on it.
Awesome. How about that sister?
Anytime I need to call her about anything, just, that best friend, she's it.
I love it. And how about that friend Stacy?
She is such a follower of Christ. She's just a very godly woman that just helps hold me accountable and is someone just to a role model of how God wants us to be.
Awesome. Got some amazing people in your life. Hey, I didn't grab your name.
Patricia?
Patricia. All right. Have you talked with me before?
I have not. This is the first time. I've never won anything.
Oh, cool. That is awesome. So we are your first. I am so honored that you called. So glad you got through. And come on, 9 gift cards on your first try. That's triple what you normally win.
Exactly. Well, we have 7 kids, so that's going to work great for the 7 kids. So.
Wow, that is perfect. Could I ask you one more question, Patricia?
Yes, sir.
Why do you listen to this radio station?
It just is so upbeat. My 5-year-old and I, we sit in the car and we just sing along at the top of our lungs. We love it.
I am so glad you enjoy it. Y'all are the reason why we're here. Thank you for listening, Patricia.
Thank you.
All right, I'll get these gift cards in the mail. Have a great day.
You too.
All right, bye. How much fun was that? Oh, and a lot more fun to be had right about now. I got one more question for you today on the car line competition. We're going to step it up a notch. Yep, because we got all these kids going to school. They're learning all the stuff about math. And there are some words in math that you really need to remember. And it has to do with decimals and what comes after and before the decimals, okay? So keep that in mind. Here we go. The question is this. Which is the metric prefix for 1/100th? Now that's hundredth with a TH at the end. Is it A, deca, B, hecto, C, centi, or D, kilo? 256-505-0885 is a number to call. I know there's a math whiz out there who's going to know this answer just like that. So here's the question one more time. Which is the metric prefix for 1/100th? Is it A, deca, B, hecto, C, centi, or D, kilo? 256-505-0885 is a number to call. Waiting on your call right now. In the meantime, more great music. Dan Bremnes with Fingerprints right here on your 88.5 JFM, making your day better. Okay, so I'm going to ask this question one more time, but I'm going to help you out, okay? So here we go. You remember back in math class when you had the unit and you had those things above the unit and those things below the unit? If you look at it from left to right, you can see it as, well, a number line, but you got the decimal in the center. There are things to the left of it. There are things to the right of it. For instance, you have the decimal. To the left, you have ones. And then you have, tens, and then hundreds, and then thousands, and 10,000s. All those without the TH on it, right? On the right of the decimal, you've got tenths, hundredths, thousandths, and it keeps going with the THS, the th on it, right? Okay, so keep in mind, that is where this question hinges. So here we go. I'm going to give you two options. You got a 50-50 shot of winning this car line competition question, and it all is about the decimal. All right? Which is the metric prefix for 1/100th? Is it deca or centi? 256-505-0885. You got a 50-50 shot. You should call me up. You know I'm good about second chances, so you stand a pretty good chance of winning this, even if you get it wrong the first time. 256-505-0885. What is a metric prefix for 1/100th? Is it deca or centi? 256-505-0885. And here's Vertical Worship with Yes, I Will, right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. I know you kind of got to reach back into that brain. It's like, I remember learning that, but which one is it?
I count on one thing.
How are you with your comfort zone? Do you stay there all the time, or do you ever kind of test the limits? Do you ever push the envelope? Did you try to get outside of the box? Yeah, sometimes, it really works. And if it's been a while since you've done that, well, maybe today is the day. You need to take the opportunity to kind of push it just a little bit with a little more inspiration. I got a guy here. Now, you're going to know his voice because you've probably seen his show. You ever seen How It's Made? Here, take a listen to this.
Hi, I'm Brooks Moore, the host of How It's Made. One of the best pieces of advice that I can give you is something I learned along the way of my journey. When your partner comes to you with some insane, crazy idea, and your first impulse is to crush it and say, that's no good. That isn't any good. Are you crazy? I can't believe that's going to cost this, that. Well, just hold your horses a minute. Hit the pause button and see what comes out of that crazy idea. That's how brilliant things take shape.
So, can you take that challenge today? I sure hope so. I'm ready to see some amazing stuff happen. How about you? Yeah, and I want to hear about it when it does, okay? Let me check and see if my friend's still listening to us. Yes! Nikki is listening to us right now up in Owensboro, Kentucky. And let me tell you, we got to meet up over the weekend. It was a lot of fun. Nikki and her husband, Nick, we all got to meet up at the Golden Corral over in Coleman. And we had a blast just chit-chatting. We've only ever talked on the phone and seen each other over FaceTime and over Facebook. But this was in person. And let me tell you, they got an amazing Jeep. You remember Nikki, she's a part of that whole Jeeps and Jams Expo that happens up in Owensboro, Kentucky. And their Jeep is just amazing. It's got grenades on the hood. It's got prop guns on the back. It's got all kinds of bells and whistles. I was just mesmerized by it. I got the whole tour of it, and it was fun. So thanks for listening this morning, Nikki. Really appreciate it. And I see you listening to us as well in Gunnersville and Arab and over near Rome, Georgia. I see you. That might actually be our friend Braden Williams, who was here with us and interned with us for a little while. Thanks for listening. Also, we've got Alexander City, who's hopped on, and Joel Modis. Well, I think he's tubing right now. He's floating the Ichetuckney River. He's having a good old time. He checked in with us earlier. And then we got some people listening in Helsinki, Finland. So thank you for making us part of your day, whether it's on the radio or on the stream. We're thankful for you. It's one of the biggest days of your life when you finally tie the knot you say I do to your soulmate. Oh, there's nothing like it, right? But there's a lot of preparation that goes into it. And one of the things you got to look for, ladies, is the perfect wedding gown. Oh, it's beautiful. And I know something else about that gown. The more beautiful, the more expensive. Yeah. Well, I got a story for you about one lady who found one of these bridal gowns at the Goodwill. But you'll never believe the price tag. How much it sold for in the retail store and how much she got it for at the Goodwill. Stick around. This is going to blow your mind. I guarantee. The thrift store. You can go there and find so many amazing things, right? I was just at Caring Heart thrift store yesterday. I took my mom there. She loves going to the thrift store. And so we perused what they had, and there were quite a few amazing things. Now, I didn't really look too heavy into the clothing, though they had something special going on yesterday. I'm just saying, it's if you've never been there to Caring Heart thrift store, you might want to go sometime. I'm just saying. But I came across a story of one lady who is getting prepared for her wedding. And here's the deal. Her name, well, it's, let's see. Let me make sure I tell you this right. Emily Osterhout, okay? Now, she was at a Goodwill. She came across a deal so good on a wedding gown that she bought it immediately, even though she doesn't even have a fiance. It was too good of a deal to pass up at $25 when the original tag, still on the dress, read $6,200. The fact that the dress fit like a glove right off the Goodwill rack makes not having someone to stand at the end of the aisle a mere technicality. Emily didn't want to keep her find a secret, so she uploaded a video of her future wedding dress to TikTok, where it went viral. This post generated more than 3.5 million views and caught the eye of the dress's designer, Galia Lahav. Yeah, very sought after designer. She makes gowns for celebrities like Jennifer Lopez and Beyonce. And her dress was found at this Goodwill. But where was it at? Well, I want you to hear from Emily herself. She's going to tell you a little bit more. And guess what? The thrift store is not too far from here.
So the dress video completely blew up and I did not expect it to get this big. And I've gotten a lot of questions inquiring about it, so I thought that I would just answer a few. So the biggest question was, where's this Goodwill? This Goodwill is in Birmingham, Alabama, in the Green Springs area. And it had nothing. It had nothing but the dress. I had gone in just to look at some picture frames for a gallery wall. And I did, and I had already checked out. Bought my stuff, and was about to leave. And I saw a section that we hadn't hit. And so we went over there, and then boom, it was beautiful and it was there. And I had no idea that it was designed by Galia Lahav until I was checking out. And we didn't find the value of the dress until after I had already bought it.
What do you think about that? A thrift store treasure, right? You just never know what kind of things you'll find at the thrift store. I'm just saying, there's always good stuff in there. So I had to bring you the story. Who knows? You might find a thrift store treasure sometime soon, but you gotta look to find it. Wow, a $6,200 dress for $25 bucks. That girl is set. Her wedding is going to be amazing. So earlier on in the show, I was sharing a little clip with you from this guy who does How It's Made. He's the voice of it. You know his voice. It's amazing. Iconic even. Well, he had a little advice talking about how, you know, when a partner, a business partner, whatever comes up to you and has this crazy idea, and your first inclination is to just shoot it down and say, oh, it's crazy, it'll never work. No, hold your horses and give it a try. You never know what kind of amazing thing might come from it. And so I was talking about that, and just so happens I got a call from a caller, one of our listeners, Mr. Bud Williams. He had a little something to say about that, and I thought, this is good stuff. I've got to share it with everybody. So here it is. What's up, Bud Williams?
What kind of stuff happened?
I want to see all kinds of things. You know, there are dreams that people have that they simply won't take the next step for because they're afraid or because they don't think that they're equipped to do it. But when they get bold enough to take that first step, amazing things happen, man.
Well, I've been in a situation like that. I've been afraid to do something, afraid to get hurt, and then I finally got up the nerve to do it.
Yeah?
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I used to deer hunt, and I was world's worst. Be afraid of heights. You don't climb in tree stands.
Yeah.
So one day I carried the tree stand to the woods, and I put it up, and I climbed up it 4 or 5 times and jumped up and down, made sure it was steady.
Uh-huh.
I went back Saturday and crawled up in it and killed a deer out of it.
Awesome. Put some food on the table, man. You overcame that fear, and it paid off.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love it. You know, when you think about fear, it really messes us up, doesn't it? Yeah. It's crazy. So, you know, fear, if you break it down into an acronym, it can mean false evidence appearing real. We have these fears that this, that, and the other are going to happen, though we don't quite know because we're afraid sometimes because it's unknown to us. We've never done it before. But fear, if you use it as another acronym, it says face everything and rise. So you can rise above that fear and watch what God does as you walk through it anyway. So I hope that inspires somebody today that what you're afraid of, well, maybe it's not worth being afraid of. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb here because, God tells us not to be afraid because He's with us every step of the way. So the only limits you put on yourself are your limits. That's it. It's from you. So can you take the limits off? Can you take the next step? Can you do the thing that you're afraid of and watch God work in the middle of it? I'm ready to see that happen, and I want to hear about it when it happens in your life, okay? You know why? Because He's a big God. Here's Terrian to sing about Him right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. I would like to welcome our listeners in from just outside of Anderson, South Carolina. And I just want to say, I want you to stick around because I got something coming up I think you're really going to love from your state. So, be here right after the weather and the word of life. They're coming up next. Won't take long. And then we'll get right into it. Sound good? Stick around. Very mild temperatures out there. I think fall might actually be on the way. But don't say that too loud because we'll get a hot flash again, and we don't need one of those. All right, so your forecast is brought to you by Classic by the Lake Express Car Wash. They're a locally owned, locally operated, full-service family car wash and the home of the unlimited monthly wash plan. They're at the top of the mountain in Gunnersville, next door to Gunnersville Chevrolet. That's Classic by the Lake Express Car Wash. Yes, I said hot flash. You know, in Alabama, the weather's crazy. All right, your word of life today. It comes to you from 1 John chapter 4, verse 19 in the New Living Translation of the Bible. We love each other because He loved us first. And you know, it's because of His love that we can love others, because His love brings light, and light brings hope and a future, and it helps us to see the way forward, and we can show others that light too. So why don't you share that word of life with somebody and show somebody today just how much you love them in a new way. Try it and see what happens. That word of life, of course, you can share from all of our socials, and it's at the top of our website, 885jfm.com. Well, I just teased a story for our listeners over in South Carolina, and I think you're really going to love it because there's this guy that I found over on TikTok. His name is Brian Trent. He's from Hampton, South Carolina. He actually is the pastor at Lighthouse Church. He and his family are just amazing. They bring all kinds of amazing content to TikTok, and I just love sharing it here on the radio. So, there's a little something special happened to him over the weekend. He's going to share with you about that. And then a little advice, a little encouragement, a little inspiration to help you today. So here, take a listen to this.
Say this with me today. I am a work in progress, and that's okay. I turned 50 yesterday, which is crazy. But at the end of the day, I realized two things that might encourage you. First, let me say thank you for all the nice comments and messages and all the people yesterday in my life to help me celebrate. My wife, my kids, and our entire church was in on a secret birthday party for me, and they did that for me yesterday. Crazy bunch of people. I had no idea. But I sure do love these crazy people. I am surrounded by some amazing people. My wife, my kids, our church, blows me away. And I get way more credit than I deserve because I'm surrounded by people that are nicer, that are more loving, that are more kind, that are more patient, that are more godly, that are smarter, and that are wiser. If I'm any of those things, it's because God has surrounded me with people that do such an amazing job at that it makes me want to be a better human being. Maybe you don't have that today, and I want to encourage you, run as fast as you can and find people like that will make that kind of difference in your life. And remember that you are a work in progress. I remind myself daily, Brian, you're a work in progress, and that is okay. Just because I mess up does not mean that I'm any less in the eyes of God. Maybe you're trying to overcome your past. You ain't going to do that in a day, so be okay. Give yourself a break and extend grace to yourself. Because if the all-knowing and all-powerful God extends grace to you, shouldn't you also extend some grace to yourself? Because you're a work in progress, and that is okay.
What a word. I love that. Again, his name is Brian Trent. You can find him over on TikTok. Just type in Trent Tribe, and you'll find all this amazing content. And I hope you'll follow them because I'm telling you, it always brightens up my day. In this life, we set goals, and lots of times our goals, well, they coincide with a particular number. Yeah, when you were a kid, maybe it was your goal to get $10 for an A on your report card. It's like you were looking forward to that $10. You tried your hardest to get that A, and you earned it, right? Or, I don't know, maybe it was that moment when you'd actually hold in your hand a $100 bill. That's a big round number, 100. That's a lot of money. At least it was when we were kids, right? And then there are other milestones. Yeah, like when you're in your car. You notice the odometer there? It kind of reads how many miles you've driven. Well, every now and then you'll come across a little sequence of numbers that just gets you excited. For instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 123,456 miles. You snap a picture of that because that only happens once. Yeah, well, let me tell you. There are some milestones that we hit that we're just so happy about. It's exciting. And then there are other milestones that, I don't know, we really have to work hard for. Like, say, the number on the scale that you're trying to hit. It's like, can I ever get there? I'm trying, but I keep plateauing. What do I need to do to kind of break through this and keep losing the weight? Well, just stick with it. You're going to get there. Just have some willpower, put it in God's hands, and do all you can to make that happen. Exercise, diet, all the stuff. You know, there are things that you can do to help reach that goal. But there's one milestone I want to tell you about right now that's not going to make you very happy at all. In fact, it might make you a little mad. And I don't know, it might make you feel a little bit of despair. Hopefully not, because our hope is not in the numbers. But here it is, reported by national news agencies, one after the other, 17 hours ago, 15 hours ago, 12 hours ago. U.S. national debt tops $33 trillion. That's the debt. U.S. national debt tops $33 trillion for the first time ever. You're like, Stephen, why are you sharing that on the radio? That's not good news. No. Hold on one second, because there is some good news underneath it. Okay, you ready for this? So many times as Christians, we sit back and we say, well, what will be, will be. And we don't take action. We don't step up to the plate and say, hey, I think I might be able to change this. Maybe I need to run for office. Maybe I need to get involved and see what I can do to help. And that's the problem. So many times we're just so complacent to sit back and not do a thing. But what would happen if you took the abilities and the gifts that God gave you and you said, you know what? I think these would apply to this. I think I should run for this office. I think I should help make some decisions. Maybe I can help. And you know, if enough of us do that as believers, we can make this nation a better place. So no more sitting back and being complacent, but being active and stepping up and saying, I think I can help, and actually doing it. That's going to make the biggest difference. And you know what? I believe that will help that $33 trillion of debt come way down. It's all about stepping up. And that's for everybody, me included. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention, that God has placed inside of you gifts, abilities, and talents that will benefit not just your family, not just your neighbors, but your community and your state and your nation. So let him work through you. You just have to take the steps necessary to make that happen on a big scale. What's in a name? Well, a whole lot, actually. I'm getting ready to share a story with you about a name that's really more numbers than anything else. And I was thinking, well, what Christian bands are around that kind of got their names from that? Well, how about 10th Avenue North? They were big for a long time here in Christian music, and they were actually named after a street near where they formed their band, which was pretty cool. How about Building 429? Well, they actually got their name from a youth group. Yeah, it was the Ephesians 429 Challenge, and so they called it Building 429. I think that's awesome. But I'm getting ready to tell you a little story about Room 8. Who is Room 8? Let me tell you. He was furry, had 4 legs, and loved some kids. So stick around and hear the whole story. It might make you tear up a little bit. So go ahead and grab the tissues. Here's Mercy Me with To Not Worship You, right here on the Lifeline Morning Show on your 88.5 JFM, making your day better. Nowadays, teachers use desk pets, and that might be a little fluffy stuffed animal that gets to rest on your child's desk if they've done a really good job in school, or it could be animal-shaped erasers. It's really cool and creative what our teachers do to reward our kids for their effort. But, back in the day, I remember when teachers actually had pets in the classroom. Maybe it was a gerbil or a turtle or, I don't know, maybe even a goldfish, right? There was something special about seeing that pet every day. Yeah? Well, let me tell you about one elementary school that was home to one of these actual pets. His name was Room 8 because that's the room he always came to at Elysian Heights Elementary School in Los Angeles, California. Now, this was a while back. We're talking about the 50s and 60s. But news spread about this cat always showing up at school in Room 8 every single school day. In fact, he was like clockwork. You could set your watch by him because he was there on time every single day. And nobody knows where he went during summer breaks, but he always showed back up when school was back in session. And it really caught fire, this whole idea of this cat being this classroom pet. So much so that local and national news agencies got a hold of it. He was actually even the focus of a magazine spread. He had a book written about him. Yeah, Room 8, the cat. I love it. There's something special about those pets, whether they're at home or maybe a pet in the classroom. They just hold a special spot in our hearts, right? Well, let me tell you that it got so big that kids started writing letters to Room 8. And so the kids in Room 8, the actual classroom, would respond back to those letters. We're talking about hundreds and hundreds of letters being sent each school year. Yeah, so a lot of people drawing inspiration from getting a letter back from Room 8, the cat. Well, he passed away. But there was something beautiful that was left on a memorial for Room 8. It's a gravestone. It's got his picture on it, and it's got a little poem. And the poem, well, it reads this. Elegy to Room 8, School Cat. Room 8 has entered his final sleep. Peaceful will be his dreams of happy children shouting at play, being viewed by millions on TV screens. From an elementary school in Los Angeles, he forged a chain of love across the land when the children answered all letters in a firm and steady hand. To lonely shut-ins in faraway places, in wheelchairs and on beds of pain, came letters of love from just a cat, as welcome as the gentle rain. He lived a full and rewarding life, bringing joy to children in many lands. He slept on all the desks at Elysian Heights School, where he felt the comfort of caressing hands. He knew that these children loved him. With them, he determined to stay. For his last 15 years, he answered roll call by being present each school day. He knew the children who advanced through the grades from junior high to a college graduation day. He first knew them at Elysian Heights School. His love had been with them all the way. He found welcome in homes of many neighbors. For many years, to no one he would cling. He just waited patiently each morning to hear the school bell ring. Then he adopted the Nakano family, where he found love and shelter from the rain. Each night and through summer vacations, here he was, content to remain. He bound millions in this bond of love, a love that extended to foreign lands. He has created a monument in the hearts of all that could never be carved by human hands. Room 8, sleep in peace forever. Your good life millions did condone. There will never be another cat like you. You will live in our hearts. You will never be alone. Oh, such a cool story. And I know that puts you in your feels, right? There's something special about those pets. They just fill us with so much happiness. And I would venture to say even joy. There's something about how they get excited when they see us. Hey, I hope it put a smile on your face this morning. And yeah, it might have even made you tear up a little bit. I've got one in the corner of my eye right now, actually. So let me let you get back to the music so I can wipe this thing away. I saw this graphic that got me all kinds of excited over on social media, and I want to share it with you now because it's pretty cool. A lot of people rely on stuff like this. So it's a little graphic. It says them and then me. So they say, why do you always have the TV on when you're never even watching it? To which I respond, oh, that's my emotional support background noise. You know what? That got me excited because I would love if we could be your emotional support background noise. You know, through all the research done in radio, it is found out that radio does provide a lot of background noise. And maybe you just have us on because you need a little inspiration. Maybe you have us on because it helps you think or it helps you get motivated to do whatever you're doing right now. I just hope that I got your attention right now because I want to tell you something. We think you're awesome. Thank you for making us part of your day. It really means a lot that you're here. And please keep us in the background. We would love to be there with you all day long. And remember, if you have to step away from your radio, tune us in online, 885jfm.com. Click the On Now button and press play. Here's Micah Tyler with a little more emotional support background noise. I was sharing just a few minutes ago how I found this graphic on the socials, and it said something about, you know, somebody was watching TV and somebody asked him, why do you watch TV all the time? And said, well, it's just my emotional support background noise. And I'm like, hey, I wish we could be that for you. I wish we here at the station could be your emotional support background noise. And wow, I got a call. I want to share it with you. 88.5 JFM, good morning.
Stephen?
Yes.
Hey, this is Yvonne Edmonds. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. You are my background every day.
Thank you so much for listening.
I wanted you to know that. My grandson, a couple of times, has won your morning show with when you can call in Tucker.
Yeah, the car line competition.
I know you met Tucker. I think one time y'all were eating out. My daughter told me. But anyway, my daughter went to school with your wife.
Oh, cool.
I want to let you know you are my background every day.
Oh, well, thank you for listening. It really means a lot.
Hey, I appreciate everything you do and all the people you help.
Oh, thank you.
I wanted to let you know that.
Thank you.
Let's stay.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Y'all are awesome. I love doing life with you. Thanks for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. It's 4 days till fall, y'all. Have you been noticing all the decorations outside? I've been seeing hay bales and corn shucks and all kinds of cool stuff as people are getting all the fall decorations out in the yard. I'm seeing hay bales and I'm seeing all kinds of cool stuff. Now, the hay bales, I gotta be honest, I saw those over in Coleman, right there along the main strip. They have these like big, huge round bales of hay and they're dressed up. Like one's a guy and one's a girl. It's really neat. If you haven't seen that, you might want to check that out. But, you know, with fall comes all kinds of cool stuff. Of course, pumpkin spice, that's been out for a while now. They keep jumping the gun on that every year. But something else that comes with fall, candy corn. I mean, it's iconic. It's the orange, it's the white, and yeah, even the chocolate part of the candy corn. It can be delicious. I don't know if you're a candy corn person, but if you are, you need to know about this. Did you know that Brock's is actually starting a candy corn club? The new club will award members with free subscription boxes throughout the year filled with seasonal candy corn and merchandise. And the only way to get in, though, is you have to win your spot by going over to Brock's website now through 11:59 p.m. on September 30th. So a little window of opportunity here. All you have to do is fill out a form, tell the brand why you're a candy corn fan for a chance to win. So it's an idea for you. Plus, they're also releasing a brand new variety of candy corn. And I don't know, you might get excited about this too if you got a sweet tooth. So the Fall Festival candy corn going to be out there. It says this fall, so I imagine by Saturday you can find it in the stores if it's not already there. Kettle corn, caramel apple, cotton candy, lemonade shake-up, strawberry funnel cake, and lemon lime snow cone are the new flavors all together in the Fall Festival candy corn. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Something to get excited about for fall. Thanks for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Just a question for you. What do you do with your unused candy corn? I mean, that stuff, you can't eat it all, can you? Well, I've been teasing this thing all day, and I think it's time to finally do it. I got a pair of VIP passes to the Matt Maher concert happening Thursday night down in Trussville, and it's for Matt Maher and John Reddick, the Stories I Tell Myself tour. Now, let me tell you what all is involved with this VIP package. The VIP tickets include pre-show question and answer with Matt Maher, as well as first access to the best seats in the house for the event. Doors open at 5 for VIP. So I just wanted to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets. Be the first caller at 256-505-0885 for a pair of VIP passes to the Matt Maher concert happening in 2 nights. That's Thursday night in Trussville. 256-505-0885 is a number to call. Here's Jordan Feliz with Faith right here on the Lifeline Morning Show on your 88.5 JFM, making your day better. 88.5 JFM. Good morning.
Hey, Stephen.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Is this Emily?
Yes, it is.
All right, Emily. Well, you heard the cue to call, and you called me up, and you're my first caller. Congratulations. You just won VIP tickets to the Matt Maher concert.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I think so too. So that means you get to sit in the question and answer session with Matt Maher, and you get access to those seats, the best seats in the house, before everybody else does. How cool is that?
Pretty awesome.
I think so too. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. All right. So I'm going to get those passes sent over to Emily. And I just want to remind you that that concert is happening. The Stories I Tell Myself tour. It's going to be on Thursday night down in Trussville. It's not too much of a drive. Matt Maher and John Reddick in concert. And it's going to be an absolute blast. Now, if you want to know where it's at, it's Clear Branch Methodist Church. You want to know how to find tickets? Go to our website, 885jfm.com. It's right there, one of those event banners. You'll see it. Click it, and they'll give you all the info that you need to know. Maybe you'll be going to the concert like Emily is going. I've had so much fun. You know, we've given away 12 tickets to this concert now. And that's all of them that I have, so no more to give away. So all the information about the concert right there on our website, 885jfm.com. Well, it's been an absolute blast hanging out with you today. Thank you so much for making us a part of your morning. It really does mean a lot that you're here. And I want to remind you of that inspiring quote that I started the show off with. I love ending it with it too. It's from Ellen Glasgow, who said, "What happens is not as important as how you react to what happens." Because let's be honest, lots of times we're not in control of all the circumstances around us, of everything that happens. But what we are in control of is how we respond or react to those things. So, yeah, how can you galvanize yourself against the bad out there in the world, against reacting in a less than satisfactory way? Well, that's by staying in prayer. That's by coming to God with thanksgiving. That's through your relationship with Him, because He gives you joy and He gives you strength. So I just wanted to remind you, He is all you need today. Thanks for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. You want to catch any part of the show? Maybe you want to hear it again, or maybe you missed something? Well, all you have to do is go to Spotify and look up Lifeline Morning Show Podcast. It'll be there at 10:15 and at the top of our website. So I'll see you right back here tomorrow from 6 to 10 for another Lifeline Morning Show. Can't wait.